Hi, welcome to my channel. This is a review of the SEIKO SRPC41, more commonly known as the mini turtle, but what we have here in front of us today is the PADI version, or Professional Association of Divers version. So this one is the special edition model of the SEIKO mini turtle. So they released this back in 2017 to replace the now discontinued SKX line of the SEIKO diver. So that one was that model was or had the older movement, the 7S26, which doesn't hack or hand wind. So it's a bit outdated of a movement. So they decided to discontinue it, and they say this was the replacement because this release shortly after that got discontinued. But I think this is a better model than the SKX, although there's a lot of cult following to that model. So this one has an interesting case shape to it. People say it resembles a SEIKO Sumo and also a SEIKO Tuna, and a bit of a shroud-like case like the Willard, as you can see. But before we continue, let's get some measurements out of the way. Let's turn on our trusty caliper here, get some measurements. So for let's zoom out a bit. Oh, we're gonna keep that. So for the lug width, we have 20. As you can see, if I can get this in between. There you go, 20. And then a thickness of around 12.8, and lug to lug distance of see 41. So, and the diameter, case diameter of, see here, case diameter of 42, thereabouts. So it's quite a stubby watch. So it'll fit most smaller size wrists. And also it has an interesting dial to it. So I was drawn to this PADI model because it had this interesting dial pattern, as with SEIKO. What SEIKO like to do with their watches, they like to play a lot with their dials. But the vanilla models, the original models that got released, had a flat dial to it, the black and the blue one. So it's supposed to look like the original SKX dial. It was a bit boring. I was looking into this watch and was planning to buy it, but the vanilla or the original releases didn't do it for me because it was a bit too flat for me. So I bought this one. So I bought this secondhand, and I'm wearing this every day as my daily driver. As you can see, there's a lot of scuffs on the case itself. It's not in pristine condition. So as you can see, the top of the case is brushed with a circular brushing. There's a bevel on the lugs to uh, break the case a bit so it doesn't look too flat. I think that's a good decision from the case designer. And the sides are all polished, as well as the case back, the back of the watch. It's high polished, and there you will see the SEIKO branding, special edition, the X label for Prospects, so it's part of the Prospects line. And there in the middle is the Great Wave of Kanagawa emblem. So it's a screw down case back as with any other divers. And we have unsigned crown. So SEIKO doesn't sign their crowns on their lower end watches, but it is a screw down crown. It is powered by the SEIKO 4R35 movement. So this one hacks and hand winds. So you can stop the second hand if you pull out the crown. And let's get to the dial a bit. I'll get this closer to my camera. As you can see, there's a wave-like pattern to the dial. It's quite interesting. It's like a trail mark of a snake crawling through the desert. And aside from those waves, if I can get this a bit more closer, there are tiny ridges to those waves. So you can see there. And also the indices are not just printed like the SKX. They are framed with a high polished border there. So it plays with the light a bit. As for the bezel, it's a Pepsi-like bezel. You see the markers there. For the 0 to 15, there's a loom pip. And I think mine is a bit off to the left. It's not centered. That shows you it's a real SEIKO. It's not aligned. And then also the minute hand is highlighted in red. Gives it a bit of color. And I have the strap replaced with this tropic style of strap. It's a bit more comfy than the original strap it came in with, because that one is kind of stiff and like an ordinary rubber. But I did swap the keeper over to this one. This strap is also cheap, but it's much more compliant, much more supple. Has a lot of breathing holes to it, so it's not gonna irritate your arms. It makes your skin breathe a bit. As you can see, this has been worn a lot. And also, forgot to mention, it's a drill lug, so swapping straps will be easy. And also the bezel, it's typical SEIKO. It's a bit spongy, not too high pitched of a bezel sound. So it's not gonna win some ratcheting sound battle. And also, I like to mention that the crystal on this is a Harlex one, so it's not a sapphire crystal. And it does have a Cyclops to magnify the date. It does a good job magnifying it. Some people doesn't like to see a Cyclops because I think they get annoyed with it because it ruins the crystal surface. But to me, I'm not bothered by it. It actually helps with seeing the date a bit better, especially with me. I'm wearing glasses now, so looking into small things is kind of hard. So yeah, this one is a quick review of this watch. Let's take a bit more look at the sides of the watch. Let's take some zoom shot. See those ridges a bit more. And I'll give you some loom shots of the watch. I'll charge it up. Got the watch charged up. You'll see the loom. It's really bright, as with any SEIKO diver. You can see the interesting V shape on the 12 o'clock and the counterbalance, the lollipop counterbalance swinging about there. It's really bright, so it'll last you the whole night. That's it for the loom shot. We'll get back to the regular shot now. So yeah, we'll see some more of the dial and the case back right there. You'll see there's a lot of scuffs here. Don't know where it's getting that scuffs from. I do wrap this with the microfiber cloth whenever I take it off my wrist and set it aside at night. Maybe it got it from my skin. I'm not sure. Yeah, when I got it secondhand, it was in pristine condition. Hardly any scratches on it. So from daily wear, it got to that. Scratches and burrs there on the metal itself. But I do plan to give this an alternate. I did buy an homage watch. I'm gonna be reviewing that soon, so wait for that next upload. That's another diver because I like wearing a diver's watch as a daily driver. So I work from home, so I don't have to wear dressy or dress watches. And I think this is a much more versatile type of watch to wear for a daily driver. So that's it for my review of the SEIKO SKX Mini or PADI Mini Turtle Professional Association of Divers Watch. Hope to see you soon on the next one. Thank you.